Hello guys, Cool Yoshi here once again, and welcome back to the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu only challenge, while also being a blind playthrough. In the last episode, we defeated Giovanni yet again. We have all 8 gym badges, and now all we have to do is take on the Elite Four. We are very close, but obviously the Elite Four are very tough, so we're gonna go ahead and sweep this route of all of its trainers and get as much experience as we can hold on to. Then we're gonna go to as fast as we can to Victory Road, get through that hopefully in under an hour, and then we'll stop there, and then we can face the Elite Four in the next episode. I am pretty excited to do the Elite Four, by the way, with just Pikachu, because it's gonna be only, I believe, the second time I've done that before. In the original game, Pokemon Red and Blue, I recently defeated the entire Elite Four with just a Nidoking, but that's when Nidoking was really overpowered, to be fair. He had a big type advantage against everything, so this time it's gonna be a different story. But until, like, recently, I wasn't really able to do that well. In fact, thank gosh. These Jinxes keep surviving our attacks because they have special defense. What's the swimmer doing with the Jinx? It's like the one thing that will damage me. I thought they were supposed to only have water types. What's going on here? That's a heal and a save if I ever seen one before. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna be going a lot faster, so I'm going to be saving hopefully less often and just going for all the trainers. So if I lose to anything here, probably expect me to go back to the last area. Now obviously in the final area I won't do that. I will have to save before every trainer, just as normal, because going back after taking a very long way for Victory Road is a very painful time loss. It's the actual longest area in the game. Silph Covey is the biggest area, but it's easy to get back to whatever floor you want. The Victory Road has always been infamous for being one of the worst areas in any Pokemon game, because if you ever get kicked back there way at the end before you reach the Pokemon Center, you just lose so much time. It's really annoying. I save before each major trainer in case you haven't known, because this is a Pikachu only challenge. If I run into one ground type, I usually die, and it's not fun. I've been getting a lot better recently though, so we haven't been resetting as often. It still doesn't help though that one ground type can still ruin everything. And Victory Road is where the trainers get strong enough for me to have to use quite a bit of defensive moves whenever I run into a ground type. Don't really have a good cue for when I run into them either, so okay, this is as annoying as one of them can get. Using quick attack right at the last turn is always the worst. Even though it doesn't do much damage, it might make me die from an earthquake later. Obviously, it's not worth it to heal all of that, so let's just go into this next water type trainer and hope for the best. That's the reason why I mentioned I was wanting to take out these early, because they are usually water type trainer exclusives. But apparently I learned the hard way that they could also have a Jinx for some reason. Victory Road could also be one of the only places in the entire game, and probably will be the only place in the entire game where I may have to use an elixir or two to keep going, just because going back would take way too long. So we're gonna do Vitriol all in one sweep here. I will still heal at the Viridian Gym, but that Viridian City Pokemon Center, my bad. And yes, I am going for all the items, because if I find any rare candies, I can use them right on Pikachu. I'm just gonna skip a bunch of those that go straight for this guy. And we will be skipping that area. That'll be an exclusive late game thing we'll come back for later. But we probably won't be coming back for it at all, because that's not really part of the challenge, because... So that means I'll probably just be going with a full team after that, but... I could still battle most trainers with Pikachu, but... I don't know. Again, like I mentioned, the challenge ends at the Elite Four, so I can play the game as much as I want after that and use as many Pokeballs or whatever you will need. Whatever I want. This is a flying type user, so let's also not save for him, because again, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Fastest way to go through this game is to save less often. Now obviously if you're going for the speed run, you don't even want to save at all. Except on certain scenarios. But the best way to optimize play is to usually just not save at all, which means this game can be a little bit annoying at times if you do try to do the speed run, because all it takes is one death that'll mess up your thing, and that usually loses you enough time to the point where you will have to reset if a strategy doesn't go your way. Now what am I to do? I don't know, get better Pokemon, why don't you? So I'm gonna skip this area right here. Ooh, I don't think we can actually skip it. It blocks us off here. We can go in it partially and then exit, I guess. That's what I'll do. I could also come from the other direction. Since this lady's so close, I'll battle her as well. See? I didn't just say anything for nothing. All it takes is one ground type Pokemon. Yeah, forget that. Double defense. Again. I know, it's pretty silly that we have to use double defense whenever we see one ground type, but we pretty much have no choice. If they ever choose a ground type move, it's over. Even though she didn't use that and used Thrash instead. Yeah. You know, I'm just tired of dealing with the ground types. That's why I'm double defending now whenever I see them. Okay. Classic greed mode, not doing stuff. There we go. I was actually hoping that would have hit before, because once opponent uses Thrash, they get locked into that move and have to just keep choosing it over and over again. So Fast is probably one of the worst moves he could have chose, because now I could just double kick him down and he'll be defeated. Definitely getting better with dealing with them, but again, it's the one type where one crit, oh, it ends it. Fine. Thank gosh. Oh, wow, he has a lot of defense. A full defensive move, that might be bad because of the way because I didn't take him out the first try. Ooh. Boom must have insane defense. Looks so weak, yet it has so good defense. Definitely healing now. I can't push my luck too much. Goodness, that looks freaky. They changed a lot of animations in the game, including body slam, it looks like. Yes, it's not... Yes, that move's not super effective against Wigglytuff. I gave him double kick, which doesn't even do anything to me, so let's just use this now. There we go, double hit. Okay, I should not... So that Pokemon is too defensive. Well, Chansey is all about special defense, so if I ever meet a Chansey, I'll know what to do. Yeah, we have to come out on the other way in order to come out on the other route. Seafoam Islands are going to be visited later. Unless of course, I just keep running into stuff. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna use escape rope and go the long way around, I guess. At that point, I might actually not wanna... I think I should probably skip that route because I have a lot of experience already, and I do want to defeat this on one try. That was really funny of you, Pikachu, to do. Cute as well. So, Pikachu can do a lot of different things. Now, if you played with Eevee, an Eevee version, all of those animations will be slightly different, but yeah. In my opinion, I think Pikachu is way cuter anyways. Especially now that they've added so much more to do with Pikachu now, and like twice the amount of Pikachu cutscenes. It definitely makes the game a lot more fun to play around with. Alright. One safety save just in case something happens, because you never know when a trainer will surprise you. Oh, and yes, I still have repels. I'm going to be using max repels only, and I will be using them at the end of Victory Ode to make use of them, since if I didn't do that too long. But now we get to walk in here. Only truly skilled trainers can pass through here. That's a boulder badge. Go right ahead. And we get to hear this epic music for the rest of eternity. No point in checking any of this text. It's literally the exact same as in Gen 1. Oh, and he talks about the autograph. That's cool. And don't worry about that swimmer. That's not a trainer. That's another one of the badge checkers. For some reason, they have them on the water when you have to surf. You can only pass this point if you have a soul badge. Check the soul badge at a weird time, that's for sure. Going for all of this again would be kind of annoying, so we'll try to still get all the items that we can find. Yes, there's Pokemon, obviously, that can appear here. There's an Edoran in here, this late in the game. We did it! See how long just that part was? Knowing that, let's save right now. Hopefully this puzzle is just like before, because I do remember having to do this puzzle before. Anyways, the idea here is you use the big blocks, secret techniques, you push them around, you hit this button, or actually, you break the ice, I believe it is, in the original game, you lower the stones, and then you're able to move again. Now, in the original game, they would come back up if you switched areas, so it was actually a lot harder to do this. You know what? I'm not interested in trainers this time. I can always come back for them later, remember? I'll make a second. Unfortunately, we can't skip as much as we could in the original game. The characters were just placed a little bit off, so you were able to skip almost all of the Victrio trainers in the original game, but obviously that wouldn't happen because Victrio's supposed to be a place full of trainers to train, right? Goodness, I think I am gonna probably be correct about the final dude having level 60 Pokemon. And that's... So now even the weaklings... Well, actually, no one's a weakling here. What am I saying? This is where Pikachu could potentially die in any battle. Even if it's not... So even though he does not have a ground type, he does have a grass type. Which is the other annoying thing that can take me down. Probably hate grass types more than ground types. Just because of the way they play. I saved before him, so I'm gonna just use a heal here. May as well show you the animation. Huh, not enough. Okay, and now I have to heal again immediately because this can be a good AI trainer, so if he uses anything other than Solar Beam, I pretty much die here, so let's heal once again. Thankfully he's not doing that, he's continuing to try and absorb light. And classic, I get a void immediately. See the animate. And just... okay. That's because I didn't like it enough. Saw it again. Okay. Probably should be just using special attack power on Venusaur, even though it is resistant against it, because usually they won't have the best special defense. Okay, so this one is a slight idiot, but also not. She keeps just using her strongest move over and over again, but... again. Yeah, see, that was what I was thinking. This only has 5 PP, so I do have to be kind of worried if the PP ever runs out, he's gonna use something different. Okay, thank gosh, Iron Tail didn't fail me that time. Took out the Venusaur. Probably one of the worst grass types I could have potentially faced, because a lot of the other ones up to this point are weak. I forgot. Again, because we made it so far into here, we have to make most of our minor items. And I still want to defeat all the trainers, obviously. Save once more. Just in case this guy hits me early. So, this trainer is an optional, you can skip him. But I do want the experience and fun of having a challenger, so I will fight him. That feeling when every single fight could potentially defeat you. Yeah, that's vitriol for you. We'll just use one special. That'll be it. Goodness, he already has Flare Vitch. Oh wait, never mind. I should know, this is Vitriol. They're gonna have all of their strongest moves by default. That also damages him though, so it's not best move. Oh, he could potentially use. Superpower isn't good either, because all superpower is very strong. Oh. Doesn't this guy have like Leaf Storm or something? I do remember him having that at one point. Ugh, great. This is quite an odd HP number. It's not low enough to force instant heal, but it's kind of greedy because you don't know what the opponent's going to do. Goes for an attack and misses. Oh, he has Sucker Punch. That one again, this late in the game, but he's not dirt type, so that's not going to deal much damage, but still. I need to be careful of those moves that go first, because if this fiend has Sucker Punch right here, I'm dead. Let's just heal instead. And hope for Starmie not to be as overpowered this time. I'm talking about that because in the original game, Starmie was one of the strongest water types in the entire game. Its special made Misty such a difficult opponent. A lot of kids probably remember dying to it literally all the time. Now it's more of a defensive Pokemon than an attacking Pokemon. Okay. I obviously had to heal because I couldn't risk that not killing. So confident I could win that one too. Yeah, but I was more confident than you. Holy crap! Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot Pikachu. It's Pikachu glows because he still has strong push on. Oh, great! Please, don't mess up, Mr. Tim. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more required trainers than there were. This is yet another area in the original game where you could just skip everything. All trainers could be skipped if you wanted to, but for the most part they've removed that in this game. I skipped the trainers at the beginning because everything was kind of getting already difficult enough, and I wanted to guarantee that I'd make it to at least the Pokemon League by then. You wish to challenge the Elite Four? Alright, boy. This is a juggler trainer, so he should hopefully not have ground types and more focused on the psychic type. Knowing me, he's probably gonna have that sleep dream here combo, so let's try to take him out before he uses it. No, and he has headbutt this late. That one trainer that just happens to be so weak. Goodness. Killing him for double kit to save, killing him with double kit to save the PP there. Now for the easiest sidekick Pokemon Pikachu could take down. Definitely one of the most annoying opponents if you don't have Pikachu. It just has really good defense overall, so special defensing moves means Thunderbolt is the best way to take it down, ironically. Now, even the fighting guys are scary because they don't always have fighting Pokemon. They can have Onixes too. This one probably will have at least one fighting Pokemon though. Don't like using that when I'm on like very little HP missing, but I just can't play it risky at all. Can't play risky now. This is Vitriol we're talking about. I'm gonna predict that the way he's going, he's gonna have Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I'm just predicting that because isn't there like one trainer where one of them will have a Hitmonlee and the other will have a Hitmonchan on their high jump kick? Another one of the strongest fighting type moves, but it has a small risk. It can miss. It can just randomly miss, and if high jump kick or jump kick misses, they take damage, which is kind of interesting. 47 to 42. Sucker Punch, even if he had it, wouldn't do enough damage, and that's probably the easiest fighting type I could have gotten, just because it's also water as well. Probably could have beaten them without that, but I can't risk them having like Sucker Punch or something and take me out that way. That would just be silly. Let's do this. Max repels. Save while we're here. Yeah, obviously I can't do the entire area without saving. That would be kind of silly. And this is also another infamous part for it just being one of, like, the longest walkings in the entire game, because you can go right there, but then you get blocked anyway, so it's like, yeah, what do you do? This is one of the many parts I do remember of Gen 1. You have to go all the way upwards, get a block, push that down, that removes that, then you come backwards through the area. It's one of the longest strength pushes in any Pokemon game ever. There's that one where you just have to... It just takes so long to finish. This Tamer probably has ground types, but who knows? He might have like that instead. It's not in the ground gym anymore, that's for sure. But, yeah. Again, my classic reaction against the ground types is double defend, but if they don't have any ground types, it's easy enough on their own. Thankfully, he does not have any this time. That's still a pretty scary Pokemon. Definitely do some damage. Actually, I think this has like one of the highest attacks in the entire game, but again, I overlevel it, so it's not going to be a problem. And thankfully just went for double edge and killed itself. Nice. This is going a lot better than I thought. Sure, we'll take him on as well, but we're gonna have to heal. Gotta heal before every trainer because of them being strong and everything. We'll buy Foa stores once we reach the end. And go back for the trainers that I skipped later. Hopefully before the episode ends, though. I am playing pretty good, though. As you can see, I don't really have time to read through each individual trainer text, because that would take way too long, so we're just gonna go as fast as we can. Now we have this Mr. Mime here, an annoying Pokemon just because he usually has full perfect and his light screen, but thankfully decided not to use it this time, so we can take him out. And he even missed a Psychic, because why not? Ooh, we have the return of Alakazam. It is a glass cannon though, so... Just as expected, it dies in one hit. That's Alakazam for you. And that was an easy enough trainer. Yeah, if that Psychic did over 80 though, it would have been a bad day for me, but thankfully it didn't. And we found Superpower. Goodness. Yeah. Oh, there's a trainer guiding an item. How rude. Let me skip that for now. What the world is Officer Jenny doing here? Pretty sure that's actually a trainer, too. Like, what the heck? And Officer Jenny right in the middle here. Oh, it's a heal. Perfect. So I don't have to heal now. So now I can just go back to her whenever I want to heal. Oh great, this is another annoying one. Okay, so this is not the one that they talked about that was hard. This is just a teleport to get to the end. Okay, wait, so this... Wait, this is the one... Oh, it's the Lawn Walk. My bad, it's not... There is still a pretty tough strength push. That's for sure, because... That is really nice of you, by the way. And Officer Jenny just randomly in the area heals you. That's really cool. Now we can just go back to her whenever we want to heal our Pokemon after a battle. We'll take out the two aces and then go back to her, I guess. Return of Cypher once again. And the return of the annoying Marowak. Of course. Yeah, no. Back to double defense. Once again. Now, obviously, if we fail the first time, we're gonna go back and use double defend on the first guy right away, or use double attack and try to take it out early. I'm gonna cheapen a little bit down on the attacks because waiting would just be way too long. Yes, before, I remember in the original game, Boomerang was even stronger, but it only hit one time. Now it was weakened, but now it hits twice. And that was just after one critical. My goodness. Because it's so weak though, it's one of the many moves that can critical and it'll not kill me, thank goodness. And also from the looks of it, each individual hit has a chance to critical. Which means it could double crit, or it could choose to not do that at all. Perfect, a miss, which means we don't have to heal once we use double kick to finish him off here. Well, I guess Marowak isn't as annoying now, since it doesn't instantly take me out like Earthquake does. That's a really nice heal they added in there, because this area is so long. There never used to be an auto heal like that. That's cool that they added that in. Dragonair, another annoying thing. Also, first dragon type. I forgot that I haven't seen any dragon types. They're so rare in this game because the only dragon type in original Gen 1 was the Dragonair. And Dratini, and of course Dragonite. This is what I was thinking about maybe getting Ice Punch for, because it would be really nice, but I'm just gonna go for Speedy here. There's one special because I'm worried about it not killing in 2 hits, and I do want to save some time. So Pikachu does have really good special defense, so if anything hits it specially, for the most part, it won't be bad, but it does not have the best defense. I did up that a little bit, but that's not going to really help it out a lot. Nice, I killed Wigglytuff in 1 hit because of it not having the best special. This one could be annoying depending on what punch it uses, but for some reason it's only defensive bulky. I know it's bulky, but... Okay, so Hitmonlee has more special defense than Hitmonchan, which has more defense. Good to know. So Hitmonchan is easy enough to kill in 1 hit. Nice. We won't be able to use that too much more because going back through everything would take a little bit too long. We got ourselves an additional max potion. And here's the return of the 2 trainers down at the bottom. Do believe they were altered a little bit slightly, so I do believe you have to fight at least one of them, but you might be able to skip them. I don't think you can skip the girl, that's for sure, but even if so, you can skip the other one once you do that. I'm just gonna special attack again. Nice. Miss. Nice, okay, this was easy enough. So if I do Pikachu % speedrun, I know to take on this trainer over everything else, because this trainer doesn't have a ground type, which is good. Another level gained. Yeah, so whatever that 50 Pokemon species block was on Koga's gym, which was really annoying, by the way, to deal with. That's the only gym that forces you to catch Pokemon for, of course, other than Brock, which forces you to catch Grass-type Oddish. It has to be an Oddish, because Oddish is the only Grass type available that you can catch, even in the first place. And it's because you have to show him a Grass type in order to go in. Well, water or grass type, but there's no water types available that I can find. Just going for Thunder. That's an epic animation, but it's not gonna do much damage against a Pikachu. That's for sure. Great. Get to see this again. You know, it could miss, but this time it's deciding not to miss. Ugh. I'm just gonna predict with however many Pokemon he has, he's probably gonna have a ground type. Aces are pretty various, as you might have guessed. They could have literally any Pokemon type they want. They often have just completely varied amount of Pokemon types. I may as well keep sending him up on him since he's not trying to go for like Sogu and stuff. And if he ever does change to that, that'd be a little bit annoying. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna peel and predict the explosion because can't be greedy right now. There's a miss. I was wondering when it would start missing. It's gonna be all for nothing. Watch. He doesn't have a ground type. Again, I'm blind. I have no idea which trainer has what. If I had looked up everything, then I would know when to... what to use and when not to even use anything at all. And I could just sleep through it easy. See? I tell you, every single time! And also immediately after. There it is, the ground-type Pokemon. Thankfully, this time it didn't troll me. Go away, Rhydon. No one likes you. That's like better. That thing I can take out, no problem. He had 4 Pokemon, obviously, so yeah. With the way Aces play, they definitely probably will have at least one ground type if they have that much Pokemon, so let's... Yeah. And... I like how they taunt you by, like, throwing Pokemon at Pikachu. It seems like a lot of these trainers, immediately after you take out their ground type, they have Pokemon types that Pikachu can easily take out. If I was doing a regular one, I probably wouldn't even use Pikachu here. I would get and use a Squirtle and its Surf or Lapras to take out those trainers that have, whenever their ground type shows up. Oh, and yes, I'm saving a little bit of time on each fight. And here it goes. The most weirdest thing ever to do. Make the boulder fall through, and then you fall through with it. It's by far one of the most weirdest things to do, and also they changed the way the boulder animation works a little bit. Or at least with the strong push, you don't have to do that. But this is probably the weirdest part about the puzzle that a lot of people forget. You push a boulder down the hole, and then you have to push it all the way over here. And this is the longest strength push in the game. I was wrong about the R1. The R1 is easy enough, but the fact that you have to walk back to get to the next stair is kind of annoying, which means if you actually consider going down that secret area, which is normally in the original game where you would fight Moltres, the legendary Firebird Pokemon, yeah, that wouldn't work anymore. Ugh. One more repellent to go through here. Save, and this is the last minor trainer at least you could face if you chose to. Okay. Our first Lickitung as well. I don't know what Lickitung's stats are, because obviously this is my first time fighting it, at least in this game. Fought many of them over in other games, obviously. All it takes is one ground type, boys, and we instantly in trouble. It's very low though at level 46, so I might be able to double kick it. Looks, and yep, we can definitely do it if we survive this. My goodness, that is weak. Oh, wait. So I did forget to tell you something. Onix is really weird. I think starting in Gen 4, Onix lost its ground typing. It actually became a pure rock type, at least in some of the gems. From the looking of how much damage that did, I can only assume that that is the case in this game as well, which means now its Earthquake does nothing. This is why I don't always set up on everything. And this is normally one of the most annoying, at least in Red and Blue, Vestas is easily one of the hardest of the starters to take down. Which is why when you go for the speed run, you pick Blastoise, well, Squirtle from the beginning so that you're able to potion right away. And I can't be safe on any of these. Or greedy on any of these. My bad. Another optional trainer you can skip if you wish. Looks like everything's gonna have the Outrage TM, because why not? If he gets any dragon types, by the way, it's gonna be a slightly difficult fight. The Primeape having Outrage is not the best move for that. For some reason, this Gyarados doesn't have Intimidate. I'm pretty sure he normally has Intimidate in this game, but anyways, I'm gonna take him out first because Gyarados is one of the many Pokemon that I can take out real easy. Okay, so what I'm guessing is this thing is gonna have Outrage, right? Because all the Pokemons I know the Gyarados normally knows Outrage. Okay, he has Flare Bits instead. It's gonna either give me Flare Bits or Outrage. Oh, if he goes for Flare Bits again, go ahead. He's gonna kill himself, and then I can move on to his final Pokemon. Don't know why I'm being so greedy, but I guess if I could always just double defend if things go wrong. Once again, gonna kill himself, and if he does have a good final Pokemon, good. But knowing him, okay, just a Tauros. Barely survived that. Fresh locks them into the move though, so we'll use Thunderbolt to finish him off. Save after this just in case, but stop it because we're probably going to be coming up to the area. And we get Outrage, yep, just as I expected. Good, they removed the dudes here. And there's normally nothing out here, so I should be fine. But I'll save, because you never know when your rival will come out of nowhere, but actually, I think this is the last time the rival would normally show up. Yeah, just miniature cutscene showing us the league. The final part, and another Pikachu cutscene, because why not? Gaze up at the Pokemon League with your Pikachu. Let's go. That's a really cool cutscene. And again, used to be able to even skip. Pretty much, there's an easy way in Pokemon Yellow where you didn't even see any Pikachu cutscenes at all if you did the stuff just correctly, but obviously they had to change that up. Okay. Oh, this music is just epic. In the original game, at the end, this was probably one of the best themes came right at the end when you battled the champion. Thankfully, they have still kind of kept it similar. You do battle a rival here as well. And this is where we just go all out on items. Special attacks ran out quite a bit, so we're gonna get 10 of these. But not by too much, because we can't have enough money sometimes. Speed is the less greediest. I'm not going to buy as much of those. Now there is guard spec, but I haven't been saying much, but there was a speedrun strategy once that used guard spec. The idea with guard spec is any status moves used against you do not work. That was used exclusively for Gen 2's final battle, because originally you would get the Pokemon to just use Charm over and over again. Good. Okay, we saved that. Still have a little bit of time. So time to see if we can go directly back. That's so cute. All of these are kind of random, but they can vary depending on how badly or good you have treated Pikachu. If you treated Pikachu good like I did, he's gonna be nice to you in return. Now, it looks like we can't actually go back through Victory Road. In original, you were able to teleport to it, but... Yeah, going back for all of that would just waste like 5 minutes. Besides, I think I actually have enough already. So, we're actually just gonna straight up go for it. The only thing I'll check is, I guess, the Elite Four's first Pokemon, but I'm thinking if I check anything, then I'll be spoiled. I would rather not. So, instead, I don't care enough. Pikachu's too extra, but Pikachu's already gotten fed a few times before, but now we're gonna do it again. This is gonna be the end of the episode as well. Gonna use the last of his rare candies all on Pikachu to further increase our safety. Gonna raise it to exactly level 70, which should hopefully be enough for us to take out everything and then go for it in the final episode. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna use the cheat because if I died or anything, it would just be so silly to do the entire thing without saves. But maybe later I will, if people leave likes, try a run where I actually maybe attempt to use no exiles, no saves, though. That would take an insane amount of grinding. But yeah, I think just beating the game with Pikachu Challenge solo is enough. But anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. From the looks of this epic music, tomorrow will be the finale. In the finale episode, we will take on the Elite Four and finally finish the challenge. By defeating the Elite Four and getting into the Hall of Fame with just Pikachu, that will confirm that we have beaten the challenge. So we are so close. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Comment, rate, subscribe. Leave some hype in the comments if you are excited, because tomorrow everything will come to a close. We will finally finish the challenge. Until then, see you in the next video, guys, and bye.